Good afternoon, good afternoon. We are here with the famous DJ Premier. So tell us a little bit about your musical background. How did you get started in the industry?
Well, so years ago, when I was small, when I was about 6 years old, I took a liking to my grandfather. My grandfather had a Zydeco club. It was called Papa Paul's in Mamou, Louisiana. And a lot of the greats have played in that place. Rockin' Doopsie, I'm going to name Rockin' Doopsie, Rockin' Sydney, just Clifton Chenier. Those are some pretty. There was great Zydeco artists that played in this club. I always took a king to music, and I was just always a student of the music. So fast forwarding a little bit, as I took that king to just enjoying the Zydeco and people. And just the culture, I think, because culture is really important as far as how we move and music, because without the culture we can't make the music we want to make. So after I took a liking to the Zydeco, I started looking at DJs. So DJing was my idea of getting into the music culture, and I started DJing. I started always helping out, carrying records, and Lord knows if you're a DJ, you carried about 10 crates of records anywhere you was going up some stairs, and you was like literally it was hard work back then. You put in at least 5-10 hours of work to set up, and for like 4 hours to just play music. And I always noticed they always had everybody had 2 records of the same. There was some record shops back then where it's called Peaches. It's no longer there. Peaches is out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And then Floyd's Record Shop, that was in Ville Platte. And every Saturday during the day, DJs would literally take rides to these places out of town just to get the latest and greatest vinyl piece, right? So just looking at that, I've some people that that influenced me. That was Lowrider, DJ Fresh, George Fisher, DJ, Jazzy Jeff, DJ Kool Kirk, just to name a few. And also the DJ that I really took a liking to was DJ Romeo. He was from Dallas, right? Dallas, Texas. Hats off to him. He was just that dude back in the day. Him and Smooth D. And Smooth D was also a radio guy, and also announcer. So it's like a tag team, an MC DJ type duo, and they were definitely powerful. That's when I started making my transition into radio. The stations that are I'm familiar with is 104.7 KNEK. This was back in the day where they was located in Washington, Louisiana, a little town out of Opelousas, Louisiana. And through that, I met a lot of people. Romeo, Smooth D, they were DJs at the radio station. Also there was another DJ by the name of DJ Dobie D, that was also there as well. And through that journey, I've met a lot of intricate people in my life, and pretty much paved the way to who I am today. I remember people like Sly D, Demetrius Lloyd, and I felt that was a pivotal time in my life. I was, of course, the little runt, so I always, learning as I went. I was on overnights. Then I start to become better at what I did. I went to UL. I attended UL, where, I did a couple of union parties, and again, that was whenever people used to like to dance, like party, right? And it's just, just those memories for me were great at that time. Just really appreciate each and every person that has affected my life along the way, because Lord knows it wasn't easy.
What was that one song that you created, or that one project that you created that made you say, okay, I can do this? I'm fell in love with music.
Well, I wouldn't say maybe create, because for me, music as a whole, I feel like artist-wise, and I think that Elder Barge, right? So when I look at a talent, I look at as an artist, and people like Luther Vandross, you know, where they used to sing, like really sing, and you had to have talent, you know. You look at influences like, you know, Christopher Williams, Bobby Brown, and I feel like, you know, all those people where I used to sing along, and I always knew I had talent. It's just I had to hone the talent. I feel like everybody has a road, and I just felt like at the time it wasn't my time as far as on that road to be a singer or a musician. But at the same time, just understanding music, because again, I love music. I mean, I can listen to music all day. And on a side note, you know, I listen to a little jazz and stuff, some Nige, things like that, Kenny G. You know, so you have to always be open to different genres of music in order to be an influence, or either just be influenced by it. So
moving into like your creative process, you know, because that's a big thing that a lot of people always wonder how creative process is for you as an artist. So like, can you walk us through your creative process when writing and producing a song? Like, what is that like? Take us through that experience.
So
A DJ Premier experience.
yeah. So basically, when I curate, just saying, like, even on music, like I'll hear different patterns in music, and I'll pretty much, it's like a gumbo. I'm just simple terms, right? So you always got to come up like with the bass, call it like the root. And my bass is like, you know, if I hear a song, I can always take pieces, kind of like chopping it up, right? And depending on I guess the era you're in, you have to be able to bring it abroad. In other words, because the things that we did 15 years ago, 10 years ago is not working today. So how I had to reinvent myself is basically, you know, hearing different things, understanding the culture, knowing what lane I want to be in, you know, and having my own identity, own swag. Because I feel like, you know, I don't sound like anybody. I sound like myself. So as time goes, as when I curate these things in my head, because again, I'm not a producer, but I can hear certain beats, and I can basically say, look, this is what I need, you know, and I can basically give him that input. Technology has made it very, very easy, with the pads, the samples. So it's not like back in the day where you had to actually learn how to literally cut tape, record, you know, and actually play instruments. So I think that, you know, with the samples, it's made it a lot easier for me as far as how I produce things. Well, not me, but personally, just how I work with my producers. When I hear like beats, I'll be like, you know what, I think I can flip that, right? And I feel like, you know, as a DJ, we hear things that other people don't hear. I'll give you a prime example. Say Kanye West, in one of his songs, you'll hear, as me, I'll hear a note, right? Just say a note that you won't never hear. It'll be a piano note way in the background, because what it does, it gives it a certain type of sound, right? And I feel like as a DJ, you know, a DJ knows his crowd, a DJ knows his sauce, and I feel like a DJ knows what makes people tick. So not to know the people, like, you have to be able to be open to trying different things. And you know, as far as words, you know, I get with writers. I may have, like, say for instance, hey, like just something catchy, and then once you have the right beat as a DJ, because I know it works. I've been DJ game for 30 years. I have a lot of things that I want to get out, and I feel like I just hope that people take a liking to what the products that we're about to provide to the public.
What has been the most memorable moment of your career so far?
Man,
be a DJ and as an artist, which one is, you know, because they go hand in hand together.
You know, let me tell you what. All right, so it may sound strange, but you know, I lost my mom 21 years ago, and you know, I feel like it's all about divine timing, right? And you know, at that 6 months before I lost my mom, I moved to Dallas, Texas, and you know, I thought it was time for me to move on and get some things, you know, just basically change my life. I just felt like, you know, I felt like I lost something in my life. So I said, you know, I have to give up something. And what I did, I gave up DJing for a while, because I felt like that changed me. And what it did was it had me redefine myself on who I am to today.
Said losing your mom, like what kept that fire going for you? Was it, you know, the fact that she knew what you were capable of and you didn't want to let her down? Like, how would you give people that advice to keep going?
So for me, man, my mom instilled values in me. You know, we all was hard heads, right? I mean, as kids, we all grew up as hard heads, but our mom always had our best interest. Mom always told me, you know, I never forget, I was performing live downtown with this band called a Melting Pot jazz band out of Lafayette, and I did a couple of covers with them, you know, sing some Stevie Wonder. I did like 2 covers, and they came out. You know, I was doing my thing, and they came out. My mom came out, and my dad came out, and some of my friends. And she told me, she said, "Keenan, I'm so proud of you," and it was very sincere. It's nothing less than a mother's love. And I mean, mother love is whole. When she died, what that did, I always had that voice in my head. You know, I had to kind of get over some things, and you'll never get over losing a loved one. Just having her voice in my head, Keenan, continue to go. I love you. I just had to not see you later, but you know, I'll see you soon. Now I do give credit to people that was there in my life for me, and supported me through that, you know, through that passing. But it made me a stronger person, and it told me that if I can go through this, I can go through any storm.
Let's skip to the good part.
Please.
You tell us about your latest single. Let's skip to the good part. What inspired it? What message do you hope the listeners to take away from it? You know, like, tell us about that.
All right, so skip to the good part, man, was basically, I'm gonna tell you like the whole history behind that. So the beat that was selected, I met a guy by the name of Humming Boy. He's a production guy he does music, and you know, I was basically looking for a new sound. You know, I gave him a couple of songs to maybe go back and do some samples on, but I told him the genre that I wanted, and he gave me a sound. He gave me, you know, some beats. I had to, you know, I had to listen and visualize exactly what was going on, and listening, you know, the area, what people are feeling, you know, what people are liking, what people are jamming. Once I heard some sounds, I told him this is what I want. He went to work on it, found the production I needed. Terrence the Barber, they're all from North Carolina. Terrence the Barber introduced me to Willie Franco. He's a writer, and you know, you know, I told him, you know, pretty much told him the concept, and I wanted to be an introduction to who I am. And he basically, you know, he put something together, man. We wrote that in a day, and he sent it back. He sent it back on the track, and you know, we did some tweaks. I learned it, and then that was that. I mean, we definitely skipped to the good part. Skip to the good part is me basically saying, you know what, it's more gearing towards ladies. It's just a good vibe, you know, because people, I think that we got to get back to good vibe music. So,
who's some collaborators you want to work with?
Well, I would love to hear Slim Thug. I would love to hear Slim Thug on Skip to the Good Part, the remix, right? I think it would be a good collabo. So Slim Thug, if you've listened to this, man, let's do it.
What can your fans and your people, your community expect from you over this next year, the next few months? What can you expect from you?
Well, I tell you, man, expect some good, great vibe music. Expect Premiere to be in a city near you. Looking to give you a different type of show. Not just a show, but just something that everybody can relate to. 'Cause again, it's positive vibes. We even got something coming for the ladies. So all the ladies out there, we got some other things coming for you. If you're on the lookout, for stores, Tidal. The single is dropping on Skip to the Good Part. The single drops July 3rd, man, on all platforms. Tidal, Apple Music, just Spotify. I mean, you name it. I'm also going to put a link out there where you can just tap on a link and you can go out there and purchase the single. So the good part is basically an introduction. Let's stop all the small talk and skip to the good part. I think that when you talk to ladies, man, it's not just really fluffing it, but I think more so is just saying, hey, it is what it is. This is what it is. So it's some mature stuff, man. Grown man type music, man. So.
How do you want to be remembered as an artist, as DJ Premier, the artist?
As an artist that's put in his time, because I feel like DJing is an artistry, but also that's put in his time, understood the music, and just basically making a place, setting just putting my foot out there and setting a place in music, man, where people understand and know that what you see is what you get, and just a wholesome guy, it's just this is me.
Appreciate you, DJ Premier. Can you let us know how we follow you? Let us know.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Facebook at DJ Premier. On my social media page on Facebook, DJ Premier. Also on Instagram, you can also follow me on it's Premier_DJ1. Again, Instagram, you can follow me at Premier_DJ1, and also Facebook, DJ Premier on Facebook. Or also my alias name, aka name, is Keenan Malvo. So you wanna get on my DJ Premier page, just go ahead and follow me, man. Hit the follow button. Just stay tuned. We have some great things coming. So let's skip to the good part.
Who's your daddy? You got any kids? You don't think this sound better on